As You Like It. Main characters Rosalind, the brilliant, witty, and spirited daughter of the banished Duke Senior, disguised as a young man Ganymede. أهم رجعنا نتنكر شكسبير مسرحيات الكوميديا كلها تنكر راح يخبلك. She orchestrates the romantic entanglements and the first of Arden Orlando, the youngest son of Sir Roland de Boys. طبعا مو بويز هو اسمه بويز شبيه تدري شو قصة. Brave, noble, and deeply romantic, he falls instantly in the love of Rosalind and proves his devotion through poetry. حلو. طبعا روزاليند اللي بتنكر بغانيميد يعني. وعلى فكرة غانيميد ذكر يعني Celia, Rosalind's devoted cousin and best friend. She flees Kurt alongside Rosalind, adopting the disguise لو هذا اسم طبعا of an impoverished shepherdess named Alina. طبعا هي السيدة بتنكر بألينا على اساس بان غانيميد هو اخو ألينا. تبدا تنكر انا اتنكر بذكر هاي انثى بتتنكر بانثى ما شاء الله والله عبتر بين بتران. فاسمها impoverished. اسمها impoverished. Duke Frederick, the Ersping, or the Urzping ruler who illegally overthrew his brother Duke Senior, and later banishes both Rosalind and Celia out of the sudden paranoia. Jakes, the melancholy. طبعا جيكس هاي المسرحية أخذناها بالأدب الجديد للصف السادس الإعدادي. Cynical lord who accompanies banished Duke Senior, famous for his philosophical pessimism. وياكم بس. يكون the iconic all the words بهذا اللي هي is a stage speech. touchstone. طبعا تسألين touchstone هذا هي اسمها touchstone مو touchstone. طبعا تشوفوا الأسامي بريطانية ما شاء الله. The court jester who accompanied the girls to the forest, providing sharp satirical commentary on courtly versus rural life. Minor characters: Duke Senior, the rightful benevolent ruler living a harmonious rustic life in exile. Oliver, Orlando's cruel, resentful eldest brother who ultimately undergoes a miraculous redemption. Sylvius and Phoebe. طبعا في ما تنكتب شوية another zero. Loveless pastoral pairing. Sylvius is desperately devoted to the proud shepherdess Phoebe who mistakenly falls in love with Ganymede or in disguise لو هذا اسم. تمام يعني فيبي حبت غانيميد اللي هي اصلا انثى يعني حبت انثى بالاساس ما شاء الله. Audrey, a simple conjurer gold girl who captures with a whimsical affection of Touchstone. Corin, an old wise shepherd who teaches the newcomers about the realities of pastoral life. Adam, the royal elderly former servant of Sir Roland, who protects and follows young Orlando. Inciting Incident. The foundation of the drama is established through relentless domestic tyranny and fraternal betrayal at court. Sir Roland du Bois has recently died, leaving his eldest son, Oliver, in charge of providing of his youngest brother Orlando. Instead of nurturing Orlando, Oliver harbors deep, inexplicable resentment, denying him a proper education and plotting his physical destruction by arranging a fatal wrestling match against the formidable court champion Charles. Simultaneously, the political landscape is fractured. The usurping Duke Frederick has banished his own older brother, Duke Senior, to the wild forest of Arden, yet permits Senior's beloved لو كان صفة daughter Rosalind to remain a core only due of her inseparable bond with his own daughter Celia. The suffragette status quo shatters when Orlando miraculously defeats Charles in the wrestling arena, capturing Rosalind's heart and instantly provoking the fierce wrath of اسمه هو هذا مو wrath اسمه wrath. هذا الرمز مالتكم يا بريطانيين، هذا الرمز مالتنا يا أمريكا. And suspicious of the tyrannical Duke Frederick. Climax. The narrative tension peaks in the deep recesses of the First of Arden, where multiple romantic deceptions, mistaken identities, and personal crises converge toward a breaking point. Rosalind, safely disguised as the sharp-witted young shepherd Ganymede, has been torturing the love-struck Orlando on how to properly woo a woman by pretending to be Rosalind herself. However, the psychological and emotional stakes escalate dramatically when Sylvius brings complaint of the arrogant shepherdess Phoebe, who has spitefully fallen in love with Ganymede, other than her devoted suitor. At the same time, Oliver entered the forest, wounded and exhausted, after being miraculously rescued from a prowling lioness by Orlando. Of an act of selfless heroism that shadows Oliver's bitter malice and sparked an immediate mutual attraction between him and Celia, disguised as Elena, with identities fracturing, romantic frustrations peaking, and imminent danger dissolving. Rosalind realizes she must finally drop her elaborate masquerade and resolve every tangled emotional knot. Resolution: the comedic chaos of the force is brought to the harmonious and joyful conclusion through a series of miraculous revelations, divine interventions, and matrimonial celebrations. Rosalind, still disguised as Ganymede, orchestrates a formal pact, promising that Orlando will marry Rosalind. Phoebe will marry Sylvius if she rejects Ganymede, and all lingering doubts will vanish. True to her word, she reveals her true identity just as her father, Duke Senior, is reunited with his courtly flowers. The pastoral harmony is further cemented. When a messenger arrives with astonishing news, tyrannical Duke Frederick, while marching with an army to destroy his exiled brother, encountering an old religious hermit on the edge of the forest, deeply moved by this spiritual encounter, Frederick has completely abandoned his worldly crown, restored the rightful throne of the Duke Senior, and returned all confiscated properties to the banished lords, with the political tyranny decisively broken and rightful order restored. The entire community gathered in the idyllic woodland to celebrate four simultaneous weddings. يعني 8 أشخاص اتزوجوا. تعرف شنو براس شكسبير الآن؟ Led by Toddston's witty philosophical banter and Jake's detached observation, the company embraces a future defined of reconciliation, love, and joyous renewal, leaving the melancholy complexities of the court far behind.
تسمعني؟ 8 أشخاص اتزوجوا مسرحية واحدة.
تعرفين جاي يصير بعقل شكسبير الان او لا؟